And we're live. We're live. I didn't announce this, so I don't expect anybody to be here, but this to me is the easiest way to talk about my training. I've recently moved to central Wisconsin. Um, and I'm on a lake and things are really going good. This is very interesting. Turn on subscribers only. Okay. Um, so if you're here, announce yourself and who you are if you feel like it or have any questions for me. 59 days from Ironman Wisconsin. This will be my 10th Ironman. I think it's my fifth at Wisconsin. And I, I'm feeling pretty good about it, but I'm way behind. You know, as a coach, I know kind of where things should be, and I'm not there. But you know, I'm just up here, and I'm in this place where training has, you know, it's kind of creative training. I was out today, like I'm on a beach now with a man-made lake, but the lake perimeter is on the sand is 5 miles. And today I went out and ran the beach in the rain, and it's actually it was kind of chilly up here. I mean, it was in the lower 60s with rain, and it was not an easy thing to do, but got out there, and I gotta tell you, this running on the beach thing is just beautiful. I'm more interested in, at this point in the game, I'm just trying to build up strength, and I'm not too concerned about speed because really in Ironman, what is speed? You know, not many people, especially on the run, end up running quote unquote fast or what they think they're gonna do, or what they'd like to do. It's more about just being able to hold on. And like we always say in the podcast, it's not how fast you go, it's how little you slow down. So it's all about pacing. And I'm trying to run around here, and there's like some really cool terrain. I wouldn't say hilly. It's definitely not hilly. It's a weird spot in Wisconsin. That's like one of the few spots in Wisconsin where, um, let's see, I'm trying to figure this out. But yeah, it's one of the few places in Wisconsin where it's not really even that hilly. So, but there's a lot of sand and there's a lot of weird berms and woods and trails and things like that. So I'm really kind of focusing on running to get strong versus thinking so much about my speed. Every time I go out, I don't even really watch my pace anymore because it's just not that impressive. But getting done and feeling good and feeling like my ankles and my glutes are engaged. I mean, running on this sand has been a great uh, practice ground because you got it's more about picking up your legs than it is pushing in because if you start digging in too deep, you're just going to literally, you know, be crawling along. So it's kind of about like running on trying to run on the top of the sand as much as possible. Today was pretty good because it was actually beat down from the rain, so it wasn't too bad. But anyway, so I'm just talking, you know. If anybody's out there, I see a few people are here and nobody's commenting or anything, or at least I don't see them. So if you got any questions for me, let me know. If you didn't know, I'm Mike with the Crushing Iron podcast. Me and Robbie are doing that. You know, I guess 300 podcasts now. Can somebody at least tell me if you can hear me? Um, anyway, um, there's the chat box. But anyway, so yeah, I did the running, and then I was just thinking about it, I didn't wanna do it. It was raining, it was kinda cold up here, and, I'm thinking to myself, "Jesus." I mean, the weather here has been perfect until today, and it was the first kinda gloomy day, and I know I'm facing a long winter after living in Chattanooga and in Nashville for a long time, but I really don't care, and I'm kind of excited about it, but the hard part today was just getting into it, and that's really what it is sometimes you just gotta get the stuff on and go. You can't think about it too much, and then tonight I had a swim, and it was the same weather, if not worse, and probably about 6 o'clock. And the easy thing to do is to sit back and watch highlights of Tour de France or something like that, but somehow I got my jammers on and I walked out to the lake, and let me tell you, I mean, a lot of people have houses around here, and this lake is absolutely perfect for swimming, but there was nobody around, and it's kinda dark and drizzly, and the water was cold because it was raining all day, and, it was not easy to get in there, but I did it somehow, and, there's a bunch of islands around here, so I ended up swimming around one that was about 1,200 yards, but which is great, I love swimming in open water up here all the time, and, I feel like you can go Kathleen, I knew somebody was here. Headed to Madison this weekend for some training. Good. I was thinking about it, but, um, I guess we'll be down there the following week, and plus we just moved in here, and I'm just loving it so much that I'm kinda tired of traveling after the, Nashville camp and everything, so I'm gonna try to chill out here, but I'm looking for places to ride around here. Yeah, I assume you're just gonna ride down there, right? Are you staying over? Um, yeah, so I plan to get down to Madison at least 2 more times, 1 for camp and then 1 in August. Hopefully 2 because, like I said, there's not many hills around here. So I've really been training with big gear, um, alternating big gear and kind of endurance rides. Um, I feel pretty good about my hill riding in general. Oh, you're gonna be in New Glarus, Friday through Monday. Very nice. Are you gonna ride the course, or is there a bunch of different is that part of the Hilly 100 out there somewhere? I've always kinda wanted to do that too, but I mean, Wisconsin, I've been looking around, there's a really a lot of good cycling up here, not too far from here, I should say, but I'm really looking forward to exploring that, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it this year, really. I don't know why, but I'm basically committed to the trainer and maybe 2 more times riding the course. I will not most likely get close to anything like a 6-hour ride or anything like that. And of course, on Saturday, running around the lake on Sunday. Are you, you're not coming to camp, I take it then? Um, but yeah, so anyway, this thought about strength, and like I said, I've been doing big gear mainly and just kind of, zone 2 active sort of rides and trying to stay consistent and just get on the bike as much as I can right now because it's, 8 8 weeks is not that far. I think I'm okay, but I really wanna just ride a lot, period. I don't care. Chisago oh, that's right. Yeah, that sucks that was our team race and now we have camp, but shit happens, man. So I'm loving the new house. I'm loving the new play. The whole environment up here is just so laid back. I was in Nashville for 15 years, Chattanooga for 2, had 1 foot back in Wisconsin about the last 4 years or the last couple of years in Nashville. And I just wanted to come back. I always had this thing about lake life. And here I am on the lake. I was running on the beach today and it was rainy and it was cold and there was nobody out there. But it was just, I was just so happy. I don't know how to describe it. It was just this feeling of and there's that song, U2 song, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, and that came on that used to always come on when I was running, and it really would hit me in a weird way, you know, 'cause I always felt like I have this, you know, really hadn't found what I was looking for the longest time, especially when I used to work in news in Nashville, and it was just kind of a lonely several years down there at one point, and that song was always I had my old iPod, and that's what I run with still, it's that little Nano, and that song came on today, and I was like, you know, I kinda looked at it different. I said, "I kinda feel like I've found something I've been looking for, and that's being here." You know, sort of being back home, but being on the lake and just being in this, environment. Because you know, I've done this will be my 10th Ironman, and I still love it. It's just that you know, it doesn't have as much, you know, excitement wrapped around it like it used to, but I still wanna do well, but I always have this thing about kinda training a little non-traditionally, and this where I'm at now is just gonna lend itself to that beautifully, you know, it's like, just go jump in the lake and swim for a mile or something like that whenever, and or run on the beach or even walk on the beach. There's no, you know, picnic really. It depends on where you walk, but this sand around here is really, you know, thick and ties you down as you're going, but it feels so good to work on running light and keeping your knees up and moving from your glutes and stuff like that. So, um, anyway, so I'm 59 days away, just like maybe some of you, and I'm excited for. I guess today's weather here was actually it wasn't as cold as last year's race, but it was still rainy like that. And I was kind of thinking about it, you know, because it's the David Goggins said it once. It's like this is kind of how I felt today. Sometimes I'll do this when it's raining or nobody's around, and there's you just don't want to do it, and then you go do it, and then when you're doing it, you kind of cross that threshold where you feel kind of good and feel kind of alive. And he used to say stuff like, you know, he used to do things like people would see him and go, "What the hell? This guy's crazy," or whatever. And he'd be thinking to himself, "Nobody does shit like this. Nobody." And that's kind of the feeling I like to get sometimes and just embrace it because I know I'm sure that some of my neighbors saw me running out there today and it was just like the worst day. And but it was kind of exciting in that weird sort of way. How you feeling, Kathleen? Strong? Good? I'm gonna try and start, you know, putting up some video along with these, but I'm gonna be here popping in. I'm gonna try and pop in most days and just sit here. Not like this is super exciting, but it is what it is. And the one thing, you know, like the thing about the lake is I have swam a lot. I have a rule, not a rule, but it's a mental game plan for since I live on the lake and I've wanted to live on the lake for so long. I have a rule mental game plan where I'm either in the lake or on the lake every day, either through with a kayak or a sup board or something like that, or swimming. And so far, so good. I can't remember when did I move here. I was here 4th of July. It's been over about 2 weeks, I guess, and I've held myself strong to that rule. Been doing a lot of kayaking, and kayak is interesting because I feel like it's kinda teaching me how to swim a little bit better. Because the first time I went out, I was tight and crappy, and I kept hitting the side of the boat or the kayak, and it was just a gnarly, you know, experience, but as I get better at it, I'm more relaxed, and I'm not digging my paddle, like, way down in, and it's almost like an exercise in high elbow, really, in a way, and just rhythm. because it's all about sort of being connected while you're swimming. It's sort of like this something going on here and something connected over here at the same time where you're not just sort of like empty with your stuff. You always have a good balance and everything like that. Feeling strong over the plantar fasciitis. That's good. Started running good. Got a great fitness going. That's awesome. That is awesome. Um, yeah, you're probably ahead of me. I don't know. I'm just like I feel pretty good. So we'll see. I'm just trying to keep my energy up and not get too crazy with anything, but just, really start up in the activity. I was going to say volume, but I'm going to be careful about that. Be careful about that. I got a mountain bike up here too, and sometimes I'll just get on that thing and ride for like 5 miles and just kind of warm up. Did that today actually before my run. Just kind of cruised around and got a little warm up, and then I hit the run. And I like stuff like that. I mean, I kind of following a plan. I've built myself a plan that I'm sort of sticking to, but it's always a little bit open ended. So anyway, it's always kind of weird. I didn't tell anybody I was going to do this, but I think I'm going to start having my athletes join me if they want. And I guess the only way to know is to be subscribed to the Crushing Iron YouTube channel, which is pretty simple. But anyway, I think I'm gonna head out and work on the house a little bit, get some stuff organized, and then head to bed. But thanks for checking in, and appreciate it. Thanks, Kathleen. And well, maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. Stay tuned. Oh, Jake's here. Son of a bitch, just lurking. Good to see you too, buddy. Are you coming to camp? I can't remember. Oh, you're probably doing Chisago too. All right. Well, this is kind of going to be my format for the next couple months. Just pop in here and you can ask me anything about my training, your training, my house, the wellness camps that I'm going to be putting on at some point, things of that nature. Um, hey, just before you go, does this sound all right? What? What's the what? Perfect. Oh, perfect. That's good. Yeah, because it took me about 2 hours to figure out all these tech. It's simple, but there was a weird tech issue there. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll be doing. I'll be. That was kind of the plan is to have some of those mini camps, and it's really just awesome here. So I built my sauna the other day too. By the way, outside barrel sauna. It's looking good. And but yeah, I'll be giving you more info on that as we go here. I'm thinking right now that might do the first one after Wisconsin, the weekend after Wisconsin, kind of a recovery situation. I mean, I can't there we don't have a ton of room here, but it's like a run camp, mini run camp, but with other stuff. So that's something to think about. But anyway, I'm gonna take off and go move some furniture around or something. But thanks for stopping in, and I'll see you tomorrow if you feel like it. All right. Bye.